I want to share how powerful the Southern Power Fund has been as an example for how philanthropy working in partnership with movement brings wins for our community.
I see folks saying that they're inspired to resource Southern Black-led movements in earnest.
The Southern Power Fund is a collaborative political project that we were part of starting back in 2020 when primarily Black women's leadership saw, and rightly, that a lot of money was moving, but not getting to the South, not getting to the front lines, not getting to folks who really needed it.
What was really interesting to me, having gotten into this work post-Katrina, was watching what resources can do, how much resources we need, and what a massive need looks like across a region.
It started really as a rapid response and that we gotta do this. And in the process, we've been able to move resources quickly to so many places and communities. People whose work is usually not recognized. Some of them never got any real funding. And that, for me, it shows a model of what philanthropy can be if it wanted to.
The Southern Power Fund is different from philanthropy because it's not philanthropy at all. It's not about making grants. It's about being an intervention to philanthropy.
We know that in histories of political upheaval, the money that we're used to getting from these big foundations normally contracts to like the dripping faucet.
Movements are facing attacks because of that, right? And are being attacked in different ways. They are also facing funding challenges because of some of how the funding streams also change through trends, right? And so you have organizations that are really doing critical work that are suddenly losing funding because a funder decided to change its priorities.
Philanthropy has a lot of patterns that have not been designed to sustain our movements or really be able to engage and prevent and or contend with the conditions of crisis that happen, particularly during disasters. What we have found, particularly since Katrina, is that our communities take care of ourselves.
One of the things I'm most proud of with the Southern Power Fund is how much money we've been able to move and the way we've been able to move it. Moving over $22 million. I mean, in contrast to how traditional philanthropy works, it's the speed of light. To groups that typically wouldn't get these resources in a way that folks don't have to jump through hoops and prove themselves. And you know, I love the way, I think it's Alternate Roots talks about a "we see you" letter, you know, and that's kind of how this has felt like we've been able to express the value that we see in the groups that are able to get this support. So. There's a deep and abiding web and network of beautiful, brilliant work happening in the South that is so deeply devalued and misunderstood by folks who don't live and love in the South. And the Southern Power Fund is a part of that and connected to that network.
I'm just so proud of it. You know, I've been a part of Southerners of New Ground for 17 plus years. We're coming on the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina and Rita. And one of the questions that we asked ourselves is, what do we wish we had before Hurricane Katrina and Rita? Like, that was a grounding question for songs in 2005, 6, 7. And I think one part of it is the Southern Power Fund.
Well, I mean, I can tell funders the same thing that Ashley Wood Emerson said to us, you know, in rooms is like, you know, fund us like you want us to win.